On a crisp November evening in 2025, as the city lights flickered on and the air carried the promise of change, New Yorkers found themselves on the edge of history. The city, always alive and ever evolving, was about to take a bold new step forward. New York City made history. Headlines blazed across newspapers and digital screens, capturing the attention of millions. In Times Square, crowds gathered, their faces illuminated by the glow of giant screens, waiting for the results that would shape the city's future. The city elected Zohran Mamdani as its new mayor, a first for a Muslim, a South Asian, and the youngest in over a century. His victory was more than a personal achievement. It was a milestone for communities that had long been underrepresented in city leadership. This wasn't just a political win, it was a message of hope and unity. People from every walk of life came together, embracing one another, feeling seen and heard in a way that transcended politics. Brooklyn buzzed with excitement as people from every background celebrated together. The streets pulsed with music, laughter, and the vibrant energy of a city proud of its diversity. Flags waved, strangers danced side by side, and the sense of possibility was palpable. The city's choice signaled a desire for leadership rooted in courage and compassion. New Yorkers wanted a mayor who would listen, who would stand up for the vulnerable, and who would inspire hope in the face of adversity. In a time of deep political division, New Yorkers chose togetherness over fear. They reached across differences, finding common ground in their shared dreams for a better city. Mamdani's victory was a beacon, reminding everyone that positive change is possible. The night sky erupted in fireworks, and the city's skyline glowed with renewed hope, signaling a fresh start for all. It was a direct response to a climate where many felt unseen and unheard. For years, voices demanding justice and visibility had echoed through the city's streets, and now, those voices had finally been recognized. The election proved that voters wanted leaders who would fight for them and not be intimidated by those seeking to divide. It was a testament to the power of democracy and to the belief that every vote, every voice, truly matters. On that unforgettable night, a new chapter began for New York City and for anyone who believes in hope. The city's story was rewritten, not just for one community, but for all who dare to dream of a more inclusive, compassionate future. Who is Zohran Mamdani? His name has become synonymous with hope, resilience, and the promise of a better tomorrow for New Yorkers from all walks of life. His journey is a living testament to the American dream, woven into the vibrant tapestry of New York's diversity. In a city where every block tells a different story, Mamdani's own story stands out as one of perseverance and unity. Born in Uganda and raised in the United States, Zohran Mamdani grew up at the intersection of two worlds. He experienced firsthand the challenges and opportunities that come with being an immigrant, learning early on what it means to work hard, dream big, and overcome adversity. His family's journey from Uganda to America was not just a change in geography, it was a leap of faith, a search for belonging, and a pursuit of possibility. By the age of 34, Mamdani had already become a powerful advocate for everyday New Yorkers, serving as a state assemblyman. He brought a fresh perspective to Albany, determined to make government work for the people who needed it most. Guided by his democratic socialist values, Mamdani fought tirelessly for affordable housing, reliable public transit, and healthcare as a human right. He stood shoulder to shoulder with tenants, workers, and families, amplifying their voices in the halls of power. His activism was never just about policy, it was about people, and the belief that everyone deserves dignity and opportunity. As the son of immigrants and a proud Muslim, Mamdani understood what it meant to feel like an outsider. He carried those experiences with him, using them to fuel his commitment to inclusion and justice. He wanted to build a city where no one would ever feel invisible or unwelcome, no matter their background or beliefs. Mamdani's campaign was more than a political movement. It was a beacon of optimism, built on the belief that a more just and compassionate future is possible. He inspired hope in neighborhoods that had long felt forgotten, inviting everyone to join in the work of transformation. He listened deeply to single mothers struggling to make ends meet, to young dreamers searching for opportunity, and to immigrant families building new lives in the city. Mamdani promised to be their champion, to fight for their dreams as if they were his own. His message was simple yet powerful. Our diversity is our greatest strength, and together we can overcome any challenge. In a city as vast and varied as New York, Mamdani reminded everyone that unity is possible, and that progress comes when we lift each other up. Zohran Mamdani's story is living proof that your background does not define your future. With courage, conviction, and a willingness to serve, one person can inspire an entire city to believe in change. His election is more than a personal victory. It's a symbol for young people everywhere that they too can make a difference. Mamdani's journey is a call to action, to dream boldly, to stand together, and to never lose hope in the power of community. At the heart of Mamdani's campaign was unity. He believed New York's strength was its people, not its skyline. His goal: bring everyone together, build bridges, and serve every New Yorker. He named those often forgotten: the immigrant, the transgender teen, the single mother, promising to fight for them. Mamdani's radical inclusivity meant everyone had a seat at the table. He proposed bold policies like a rental freeze and universal child care, lifting everyone up. His famous line, "To get to any of us, you will have to go through all of us," turned community into collective protection. New Yorkers, tired of division, embraced his call to action. His vision was about changing the city's heart, reminding everyone they're part of one big, beautiful family. As Mamdani celebrated, the White House sent a very different message. President Trump, back in office, saw Mamdani's win as a threat and attacked him as a communist. Trump's strategy: paint Mamdani's ideas as dangerous, threaten to withhold federal funds, and stoke fear. On election night, Trump posted, "And so it begins," a clear sign the fight wasn't over. The president's attacks were relentless, aiming to punish New York for its choice. This was more than politics. It was a clash of values: unity versus division. Mamdani now stood at the center of a national showdown. The world watched to see how Mamdani would respond to the president's attacks. On stage in Brooklyn, he faced the cameras and delivered his answer: "Turn the volume up." The crowd erupted. Those 4 words electrified the city. Mamdani wasn't afraid or silenced. He invited his critics to be louder, knowing his message would resonate even more. It was political jujitsu, using the attack to strengthen his own cause. "Turn the volume up" was a direct challenge to Trump and a rallying cry for supporters. He showed he wouldn't be bullied, and instead would amplify hope and justice. The phrase became an instant symbol of fearless opposition. Mamdani promised to use his platform to amplify marginalized voices. Those 4 words united a city ready to stand tall. "Turn the volume up" became more than just a catchy phrase or a fleeting soundbite. Those 4 words captured the spirit of a generation hungry for change. They echoed through city streets, classrooms, and online spaces, igniting conversations and fueling movements. It inspired millions to step out of the shadows and into the light, to raise their voices even when it felt uncomfortable or risky. In a world overflowing with angry, divisive voices and constant noise, Mamdani's response offered something radically different: a new way forward rooted in hope and courage. It was a message of confidence in positivity and unity, a reminder that real strength comes from coming together. It told people not to hide from hate or shrink in the face of adversity, but to stand up, support one another, and build something better, something lasting. For young people searching for belonging, for immigrants and minorities fighting to be seen and heard, it was a call to action, a rallying cry to speak your truth, demand to be heard, and refuse to be silenced. Mamdani's strategy wasn't to ignore bullies or pretend injustice didn't exist, but to confront them with purpose, dignity, and unwavering resolve. Turn the volume up meant amplifying love, justice, and hope in the face of cynicism and fear. It was about organizing, building coalitions, and creating a movement too loud, too united, and too passionate to ignore. Those words became a philosophy for living and leading in tough times, a blueprint for resilience. The message was clear: don't shrink, don't let your voice be drowned out by negativity. Instead, find your voice, stand tall, and turn up the volume on what you believe in. Because when we all speak up together, real change becomes possible. Mamdani's bold response was matched by a promise to protect every New Yorker. He made it clear: his administration would be a shield for the vulnerable. He promised sanctuary for immigrants, dignity for the transgender community, and recognition for those hurt by prejudice. His pledge was active protection, using his office to fight for rights and well-being. Economic security was central, tackling rent, food, and childcare costs. His agenda, rental freeze, universal childcare, was a concrete promise to protect. Mamdani saw all struggles as connected, fighting for equality on every front. His vision: a city where everyone feels secure, valued, and at home. Mamdani's victory teaches us the power of finding and using our voice, especially in hard times. It's easy to feel small when powerful people spread negativity, but silence isn't the answer. Your voice, no matter how quiet, has power. Start by knowing your values: kindness, fairness, courage, and speak from that truth. Your voice can be calm and confident, expressed in conversation, art, or standing up for others. Mamdani showed you don't have to accept others' labels. Define yourself. Challenges aren't reasons to stop, but to become more committed. Facing opposition can motivate us to connect, learn, and amplify our message. Your voice matters. The world needs to hear it. The lasting message from Mamdani's election is the power of standing together. His victory was the result of millions uniting behind a shared vision. When voices join, they create a chorus too powerful to ignore. This is the essence of community and real change. Challenges like poverty and division are too big for one person, but unity makes us strong. To get to any of us, you will have to go through all of us, became a rallying cry. Standing together isn't just political, it's about everyday acts of solidarity. Let's build bridges, reject division, and choose hope. Mamdani's leadership reminds us, hope is an active choice, and together we can create a more just, united world.